In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on January 18, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Ohio State versus Nebraska. A pair of teams from the Big Ten take the floor in search of a victory as they battle in the Cornhusker State. The Ohio State Buckeyes are on the road as they make the trip to take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers Wednesday night. Ohio State comes in off a 68-64 overtime loss at Rutgers in their previous game Sunday afternoon, failing to cover as a 3-point underdog. Nebraska was knocked off 73-55 on the road by number 3 Purdue in their most recent game Friday night, failing to cover as a 15.5-point underdog. In the all-time series between the teams, the Buckeyes own a 19-4 advantage, though it was Nebraska picking up a 78-70 home win in the most recent matchup on March 1, 2022. Ohio State is 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games and 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 road games. The over is 7-2 in Ohio State's last 9 Wednesday games. Nebraska is 7-1 against the spread in their last 9 Wednesday games and 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games. The under is 4-0 in Nebraska's last 4 home games. The road team is 8-2 against the spread in these 2 teams' last 10 head-to-head meetings. Nebraska comes into this game after losing 3 of their last 4 games, while Ohio State has lost 4 games in a row and will be on the road in this game. Ohio State has only lost by 4 points or fewer in 3 of their last 4 games and were a few bounces away from winning a couple of them. The Nebraska Cornhuskers just don't have the horses to hang with the better teams in the conference, and they seem to be getting worse, which includes losing their last 5 games by an average of 9 points. The Ohio State Buckeyes are easily the better side here, and they win in the favored role by an average of 21 points. Nebraska has lost by 18, 25, and 18 in their last 3 games, and I believe that we will see more of the same here. So the Ohio State Buckeyes to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Ohio State has the over go 10-7 in their games this season. The Buckeyes are 4th in offensive efficiency, 50th in effective field goal percentage, 46th in turnover percentage, and stand 20th in offensive rebounding percentage on the year. Ohio State is a below-average team in pace as they are 233rd in adjusted tempo with 66.9 possessions a night according to Ken Palm. Nebraska has been an under machine this season, posting a 14-3-1 mark to the under this season. The team is just 332nd in 3-point shooting, 338th in free throw shooting, 213th in effective field goal percentage, and 206th in turnover percentage this season. Nebraska is slower than average in pace of play as they are 289th in adjusted tempo according to Ken Palm with 65.5 possessions a night. 8 of the last 10 meetings between the teams have fallen short of the total. With Nebraska struggling offensively and both teams below average in tempo, this game winds up short of the total number. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Xavier versus DePaul. The number 8 Xavier Musketeers put their undefeated conference record to the test when they travel to take on the DePaul Blue Demons on Wednesday night. Xavier is fresh off an 80-76 home win over number 25 Marquette, just covering as 3-point favorites. DePaul just dropped a home game to Seton Hall 71-67. The game was a push as DePaul was a 4-point dog. This is the first of their 2 matchups this season. They met twice last year, splitting the games with the road team winning each matchup. Xavier is 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The over is 5-1 in Xavier's last 6 road games. The over is 5-1 in Xavier's last 6 road games against a team with a winning home record. The under is 4-1 in DePaul's last 5 games against a team with a winning percentage above .600. This game will not be close. Xavier is one of the most talented teams in the nation, while DePaul is one of the worst teams in the Big East. Xavier has way too much size for the Blue Demons. Even if Johnson and Gibson can compete with the Musketeers on the perimeter, DePaul has no answers for Xavier's front court. DePaul starts 6'10" but he is nowhere near as talented as the Xavier duo of 7' Jack Nunge and 6'9" Zach attack Fremantle. The Blue Demons will have to adjust to not give up easy buckets to the post players inside, and that is exactly what opens up the floor for Solely Bound to lead the conference in scoring. Sure, a home underdog is tempting and DePaul can score, but the defense against the better team really slips more often than not for the Blue Demons, and DePaul's gotten their teeth kicked in by less than what they're up against here. Blink and Xavier can hang bunches of points on you in no time, and I think DePaul finds that out firsthand here. I just don't trust DePaul in a spot like this, as Xavier is too strong for the Blue Demons and will blow this one open on the road. So the Xavier Musketeers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. DePaul plays fast and will not be able to stop Xavier. This is a simple recipe for an over. DePaul's tempo is ranked 80th out of 363 teams in pace of play statistics, meaning they look to push the ball and take relatively fast shots. On the other end, Xavier is the 5th most efficient scoring team in the nation, and DePaul has one of the worst defensive units in the Big East. Xavier has gone over in 3 of their last 4 games and has scored over 80 points in the past 5 games. For how good Xavier is, their one weak spot is their defense, which is only ranked 90th in the nation. DePaul will score enough to send this one past the total number. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Providence versus Marquette. It's a great matchup in the Big East as the 20th ranked Marquette Golden Eagles host the 22nd ranked Providence Friars. Marquette is 14-5 overall and 6-2 in the Big East, while Providence is 14-4 overall and 6-1 in the Big East. Providence beat Marquette 103-98 at Providence in their first meeting of the season back in December. The Friars of Providence invade Pfizer Forum in Milwaukee looking to bounce back after a 73-67 setback at Creighton on Saturday. That loss snapped a 9-game winning streak, which included a 103-98 victory in overtime in Providence as a 1-point underdog. While the Friars failed to grab the cover in Omaha against the Blue Jays, Providence is an impressive 9-1 against the spread mark across the past 10 games overall. The Friars are catching 7.5 points, and they're 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games as an underdog, while winning 4 of those games outright. The Golden Eagles of Marquette suffered an 80-76 setback at Cintas Center in Cincinnati last time out against Xavier, snapping a 5-game win and cover streak. Their last loss prior to that was against the Friars. As favored of 5 or more points, Marquette is 3-3 against the spread in the last 6 games overall. While the home team has cashed in 5 of the last 6 games at home, the Friars are 5-0 against the spread in the last 5 on the road, and 16-5 against the spread in the last 21 games on the road against teams with a home winning percentage over .600. Providence is also 37-18 against the spread in the last 55 games against teams with a winning overall record. Marquette should be able to avenge its loss at Providence, but the Friars can keep it within 4 buckets. While the home side has won 6 in a row straight up, while covering in 5 of those outings, I still like Providence. This is a lot of points, so the Providence Friars to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The last time these two teams met, the game soared past the total, as the final was 103-98 in overtime. These are 2 of the best offensive teams in the country, both ranking in the top 25 in offensive efficiency. Providence plays at a slower pace, and they may try to slow things down even more if Bynum is out. But as we saw in their last meeting, Marquette set the tempo and they will do so again, playing in the friendly confines of Pfizer Forum. I see another high-scoring affair between these 2 that sails past the total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.